Hi everyone, welcome to today's lesson where we will be exploring the depths of human behavior, psychology, and relationships. In today's lesson, we'll delve into a type of abuse that affects countless lives but often remains hidden in plain sight, and this is narcissistic abuse. We will unravel the layers of this complex issue, shedding light on what it is and also how it works. Narcissism takes its name from the myth of Narcissus, a figure in Greek mythology who fell in love with his own reflection. So what we are talking about here is self-obsession or self-centeredness. In Greek mythology, Narcissus was a handsome and self-absorbed youth. From a young age, Narcissus exhibited an extraordinary beauty that attracted the attention of both gods and mortals. However, he had a cold and aloof demeanor, showing little interest in others. You see, Narcissus had the habit of spurning those who fell in love with him. He was completely absorbed in his own beauty and image. One day, as he was drinking from a clear, tranquil pool of water, he caught a glimpse of his own reflection in the water's surface. He was captivated by the image and fell in love with it, not realizing it was his own reflection. Narcissus became utterly obsessed with his own reflection, spending all his time gazing into the pool and admiring his beauty. He simply could not tear himself away from the image, and he even attempted to embrace and kiss it, but of course he could never hold or touch it. Over time, his unrequited love for his own reflection led to his despair and eventual death. In some versions of the myth, he pined away by the pool, while in others he took his own life out of frustration and heartbreak. As Narcissus gazed at his reflection until his dying breath, he was completely self-absorbed, unable to connect with others or experience love and empathy. His story serves as a cautionary tale about the destructive nature of excessive self-indulgence and the consequences of failing to recognize the humanity in others. The story of Narcissus from Greek mythology serves as a metaphorical representation of narcissistic personality disorder. To understand narcissistic abuse, we must first understand the narcissistic personality. Oftentimes, you will hear me refer to this as pathological narcissism, and a pathology is patterned behavior. It is patterned abnormal behavior that occurs in the excess. For example, a pathological gambler is not someone that simply gambles from time to time. Pathological gamblers are gambling addicts. Similarly, a pathological liar is not someone that tells a simple white lie here and there. Pathological liars are addicted to lying, and you'll see where this is even referred to as mythomania. Hence, pathological narcissism at its core is characterized by 1. An excessive sense of self-importance. So you're dealing with someone that believes they are grandiose and superior without merit. 2. They require constant admiration, attention, and validation. And 3. They lack empathy for others. This means that they are unable to put themselves in other people's shoes. So what you're dealing with is someone that is going to harm you and they will not feel bad about it. Oftentimes, people get confused by the narcissist's grandiose exterior. You can think of narcissists kind of like those chocolate Easter bunnies. They look solid from the outside, but they are hollow on the inside. Their charming exterior is there to mask a fragile self-esteem and an insatiable appetite for validation. The story of Narcissus offers several parallels to the characteristics of narcissistic personality disorder. You can find Narcissistic Personality Disorder, NPD, and other Cluster B personality disorders in the DSM and or the ICD. Pathological narcissism actually exists on a spectrum and it often overlaps with ASPD. This is antisocial personality disorder, that which you may commonly call sociopathy or psychopathy. Here are 5 ways that the myth of Narcissus is similar to narcissistic personality disorder. First, Narcissus believed himself to be so exceptional and beautiful that he could not conceive of anyone being worthy of his love or attention. Individuals with NPD similarly possess an inflated sense of self-importance and believe they are entitled to special treatment and admiration. Second, Narcissus was incapable of empathizing with the feelings of others. People with NPD often lack empathy and have difficulty understanding or caring about the emotions and needs of other people. Third, Narcissist's own obsession with his self-reflection in the pool illustrates the self-centered nature of NPD. Those with NPD are preoccupied with themselves, their appearance, and their achievements, often to the detriment of their relationships with others. Fourth is the rejection of love. Narcissus rejected the love and advances of those who genuinely cared about him, just as individuals with NPD may reject the love and support of friends and family, viewing it as insufficient or unimportant compared to their own self-indulgence. Finally, in the myth, Narcissist's self-absorption ultimately leads to his own downfall and death. Similarly, NPD has detrimental consequences for individuals, affecting their relationships, mental health, and overall well-being. It is important to note that the myth of Narcissus is not meant to pathologize self-love and self-care, which are healthy aspects of a person's psychological well-being. Rather, it serves as a cautionary tale about the extreme and destructive consequences of excessive ego, excessive self-centeredness, and a lack of empathy for others. Pathological narcissists exhibit various types of behavior, so let's discuss the 3 phases of narcissism. When it comes to pathological narcissists, they will play 3 roles, and that is victim, abuser, or hero. They will switch between these 3 roles to get attention, validation, and admiration, and this is what we refer to as narcissistic supply. Hence, we can describe these faces that they wear, these masks that they wear, as the vulnerable narcissist, the grandiose narcissist, and also the malignant narcissist. It is important to understand that this is not describing 3 different people, but the different personalities or acts that they use to manipulate and control. The grandiose narcissist is the classic image we often think of: arrogant, entitled, and always seeking the spotlight. They believe that they are superior to others. The vulnerable narcissist, however, is more subtle. They appear modest, even insecure, but underneath lies a fragile ego that can't handle criticism or rejection. And then there's the malignant narcissist side. They combine the grandiosity with a streak of cruelty and a thirst for power. Think of them as the storm cloud in the narcissistic sky. You see, pathological narcissists wear a mask, a carefully constructed facade that conceals their inner vulnerabilities. This mask allows them to project an image of grandiosity, confidence, and invulnerability to the world. However, behind the mask, they hide their deep insecurities, often unable to tolerate even the slightest criticism or rejection. So, there you have it, folks. The complex puzzle of pathological narcissism. Just like a puzzle, each piece represents a unique piece in understanding the pathology of narcissism. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the human psyche. Remember, the path to healing and understanding first begins with knowledge. This is because if you're able to see a pathological narcissist, you're able to stop them from entering your life and causing major destruction. Until then, take care and be kind to yourself. Stay curious, stay compassionate, and I'll catch you in the next lesson.